Hey guys, my name is Eric. I am a part-time reseller out of Houston, Texas. I've been doing it for quite a while, probably the better part of 20 years. But here in the past year, I've really picked up the momentum as far as how much I'm doing it. I started out as I was a full-time student. I was working full-time, and my daughter was about to be born. I was early 20s, and very early 20s, and she was about to be born. The type of work I was doing, I just wasn't making very much money, and with going to school full-time, I didn't have a lot of extra time for another full-time job that I was probably going to need, because you know, things are that tight when you're that young, not making very much money, and you're going to school trying to pay these bills and things. And so I was looking at getting a second job, just to, you know, something overnight, stocking at Kroger or Walmart or grocery store or something like that. And that was the plan. So my regular job, I was working at a computer store, and I had just happened to talk to another guy. I was actually going to school for computers, and I had talked to another guy who was actually going to school at the same time I was, and I said, hey man, you know, I don't know how tight things are for you. He didn't have any kids, but I said, I don't know how tight things are for you, but I'm looking at having to get a second job, or if they'll give me more hours here or something like that. And he goes, well, I don't know how much money you're needing to make, but why don't you sell some stuff on eBay? And this was the beginning, not the very beginning, but the early days of eBay. So late 90s, early 2000s. And I said, man, I don't even know how that works. And you know, at that time it was majority auctions. So we had gone to a computer seminar for Intel, and Intel gave away these free motherboards when you go and take their class, and these free little cheapy digital cameras. And so he said, I'm just taking mine and I'm gonna put it on eBay and get a few bucks for it, since I'm not gonna need it. He had a camera already, I guess. And I said, man, well, I don't really need one of these cameras right now. And so I put it on there. He kind of showed me how a little bit how to do it, and I listed it, and I think I sold it for like $17 or something like that. And I was like, well, that's $17 I didn't have before. And so it started the bug. And so I started doing it. So I started looking around my house, and I'd find something here and there. I worked doing computers, so I had extra computer parts, and those were in high demand. So looked at the extra computer parts I had, listed them, and sure enough, they would sell. And so here's an extra $50, here's an extra $20, here's, you know, and then you might get an extra $75. And what it turned out being is, instead of me having to go get another job and be away from my family even more than I already was, I was able to do that stuff at home, and out of stuff that I already had, for the most part, stuff that I already own, and make money that way. So The way I treated it, I think the majority of the time that I've done it is I would do it as needed. So if I knew things were tighter, I knew things were going to be short a certain week or a certain month, and man, electricity is going to be tough this month. Well, then I sell just enough stuff to do that, and to pay that bill. Holidays are coming up. I'd sell stuff to make enough for Christmas presents, for whatever it is. Summer was coming up, and we were going to go out of town and try to do a little vacation, so I'd do that. And it just became this supplemental income that I got accustomed to doing, but I was never real consistent about it. So I would kind of, like I said, just do it as needed. And then I started to, sorry, I'm about to drive into the sun here. So I started to get on these rolls where I'd just have a listing frenzy, and I'd list, sell. And man, there's a good chunk of money that comes in, and then you get that money, and then you go spend it, and then you go, certain bills come up, or you go out to eat, or you go take the kid to the movies, or whatever you wind up doing, and then you slow down again until the next time that you need it. Well, the job that I'm at now, they take really good care of me, and they've been amazing to me, and I'm so appreciative and thankful for the job that I have now, my regular full-time job. And but in today's world, it's not like what it was before, where you get a job somewhere and you work 30 years and you retire and that's it, and you're good to go. You know what I mean? You live out the rest of your life. You never know what ups and downs and twists and turns that this roller coaster that we're on is gonna have next. So I started thinking, well, if I'm just a little more consistent with this, there's always that second stream of income coming in. And so I'll sell on a couple different platforms. I sell on eBay, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, but the majority is eBay. Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist are what I typically sell stuff on that is too big to ship. Some people are loving Facebook Marketplace and selling on that, and as big as Facebook is, and as many people you have looking at Facebook every day, you're bound to get some good scores. The only issue I have with Facebook right now is just the consistency of people, especially local sales, because you'll list something and you get 1 million, hey, is this available, this available, this available, and then you may get 1 or 2 serious people. If you list something really cool, you can get 100 responses, but it's the same thing. You have so many messages to answer. You just you don't have time for it. And with eBay, I could be sleeping and my phone will give that classic cha-ching, and I'm good with that. I wake up in the morning, I see what it is, and I'll pack it and ship it first chance I get. And then that part of it is kind of on my time, but you don't have that luxury with eBay. You can, it's just expensive to ship some stuff, but if you've got a patio set or a lawnmower or something and you want to sell it, you're going to want to do it locally versus, unless it's just some crazy high-end deal. And same with people aren't going to want to pay to have a lawnmower shipped to them or something like that, when they can go to Walmart and get it. doing with my videos, and I've had a few people ask me and suggest it, and I know there's a big community, because I watch a lot of these guys that do the same thing I'm doing, and it makes me feel good, because I think there's kind of a stigma, like, where people kind of think, oh man, he buys stuff from the thrift store or garage sale and then resells it and tries to make money or whatever. And you know, it's the way the world works. You know, it's, if you think Walmart's not making money off of what they're selling to you, that's exactly what they're doing. It's business is business. So if I can find something and sell it to somebody for a reasonable price who might not be able to afford a brand new one, it keeps that item from ultimately going in the landfill. It helps somebody out that may not be able to afford a brand new one, and then it puts a little money in my pocket at the same time. So I think it's a pretty good thing for people, for the environment, and you know, it's a crazy world, and you never know who all's dealing with what. So if you can help somebody out with something like that, you know, it makes you feel good too. And don't get me wrong, you run across your share of jerks and things like that, or lowballers or whatever, or the people who are trying to buy from you to resell, whatever. You know what I mean? If you get what you need for it and you pass it on, and somebody else can do something with it as well, then so be it. But I'll be making videos of sourcing videos. Maybe if I go to an estate sale, I'm planning on going to an estate sale in the morning, so hopefully I can add that on to this video, or make another one, you know, later, as I'm kind of figuring all this stuff out. But you know, I hit up estate sales, I hit up garage sales, I hit up thrift stores, just depending on what I'm at, where I'm at, what I'm doing, who I'm with, and like I said, I've got a full-time day job during the week, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So you know, my time is limited for sourcing, so it's usually on the weekends or in the evenings. And my kids are a little bit older now, so you know, it gives me a little bit of free time in the evenings. They're doing their things, talking to their friends and on their games and whatever. So occasionally they'll come with me, but I get to do that stuff and kind of try to show you what to look for, what not to look for, what's worth the trouble, what's not. Everybody's got you know, there are different things that they look for, so don't be afraid that everybody's gonna figure this out and take all the good stuff from. There's always something new, something hot, something that everybody's after. But then there's a lot of stuff that sells that most people will walk right by. So educating yourself on what that stuff is, and it's you know, you're learning constantly. So don't think it's super easy or anything like that. I mean, you're not out there digging ditches, which is great, but you know, there is some effort that goes into it. And if you want to really reap the benefits of what it is you're trying to do, and get that additional income in, and be able to make it worth your while, then your consistency in doing it is what'll take you the furthest. cover and touch a lot of that stuff. And my goal with this is to put the information in the hands of people that need it, like I needed when I was young. And that it should, something happen to where you completely lose your main source of income, at least you have something to help keep you afloat in those times. This whole COVID thing knocked a lot of people off their feet, knocked the wind out of a lot of people, and I was very fortunate that I didn't lose my primary job, but they did cut us back on hours. They cut us back as far as making us take any kind of time that we had accrued. All that went away. Luckily, by doing this, I didn't feel much of an impact on it. So I'm hoping that it stays that way. But it's kind of one of those things where I don't think I would ever be comfortable, no matter how much money I was able to make, or how high paying a job I have, because it can be gone in the blink of an eye. So, and that's what you gotta, your mindset's kind of got to be that, if you want to make sure that you got a little bit extra in the bank for you and your kids, and to make sure that should something happen, that you don't just fall flat on your face, that multiple streams of income, whether it, however you decide that that's your journey, you know what I mean? It's a lot of people swear by college, a lot of people swear by working 70 hours a week, a lot, whatever your gig is, go for it, man. But just like anything else, you want to have multiple highways to your destination. So should one of them get shut down, that you've got a detour that you can take that may not get there as fast, but you're still moving forward and heading towards a destination that's going to make you happy. And like they say, money's not everything, but it ranks up there with oxygen. So remember that. And it sure does make things a whole lot easier when something does happen, because I've been in that position too, where I've been I lost a job and been lucky enough to have something like this to hold me over, and hopefully that's something we can kind of help out with with this channel, and keep you from falling flat on your face, if that makes any sense. But we'll try to keep it light, keep it funny, keep it fun, have a lot of fun at these sales. The treasure hunt is the funnest thing on earth, if it's your thing. Looking and digging for cool stuff and finding stuff that somebody may think is just junk, and having a small, a nice little payday when it sells. So we'll try to incorporate those fun times and good times, and turn this into something that you look forward to. Hopefully once a week. We'll see if we can do it once a week. But people that go with me, and we'll everybody, like I said, everybody looks for different stuff, and so we're not tripping over each other or fighting over each other. And we mentioned thrift stores. estate sales, garage sales. Also, man, another one that it's got that stigma, but I'm not one to pass up something cool on the curb. So you'll see plenty of that, I'm sure. But you know, that people you'll be amazed what people throw in the trash. And if we can pick it up and clean it up and list it, make a few bucks on it, we surely will do that. But I'll try to cut this. I think I've been talking for a little while now. But like I said, hopefully I'll add some more estate sale stuff from tomorrow, and we'll find some good stuff. Lord knows I have plenty of stuff already that I need to be listing, but it's a sickness. It's a sickness. You go to these sales, and I'll always say, I'm just gonna browse, I'm just gonna look and see, and I always leave with a pile of shit. So but it's stuff that's gonna sell eventually. I just gotta find the time to list it. But you know, I've got quite a few listings going already, so that's good. But the more listings you have, the more stuff you sell. I'll say bye for now, and hopefully come back to you soon, and hopefully with a lot of cool stuff that we found. Adios. Alright guys, I'm not sure if this camera is going to be able to pick it up right now or not, or if I can even turn it around here. But I'm on my way home here, and there is, I saw it when I was leaving, but there was a bunch of people out to buy it, so I wasn't sure if it was something that was free or not, but it seems to be a nice table and chair over here. Let's see. Do you know if they're tossing out that table right there?
Yeah, those two pieces, you can have them if you want them.
Oh man, that's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And just like that, so we'll pull over here. We're gonna back in and just see. Looks like it's a pretty cool table, and I don't know, like a dresser or something. All right, let's see. Okay. I'm not gonna take out the camera because I don't know. Alright guys, so that's pretty much the way something like that works. I was coming in, I saw it, and I guess I could have grabbed it before, but there was so many people here, I wasn't sure if it was something they were giving away or what. Oh, there's the trunk he's talking about. So that trunk is pretty much rotten completely all the way through, but there was that half a skeleton in there. So my brother's a big Halloween guy, so we'll give it to him and let him put it up with his decorations and stuff if he wants it. Hopefully that table seemed like it was in there pretty tight, so hopefully it'll be in there tight enough to make it. It looks like a pretty cool old table that spreads apart where it's got a leaf, and but it needs to be redone. So some of those antique tables can go for some good money. we'll see if we can get 40-50 bucks for it, probably, because of its condition. It is a little rough, but there are people who want that solid wood versus some of the particle board type stuff that they put out now. It's you know, a lot higher quality and will outlast us as long as it's taken care of. But all right, that's one. So first one down. We'll see either tomorrow or later tonight if there's another one.